Hey guys, welcome back to the Game Room. Today I wanted to talk about one of the rarest games on the PS4. I'm not talking about Poop Slinger or Tamashi or the original release of Retro City Rampage DX. Those, we all know they're rare and they go for hundreds if not thousands of dollars. I want to talk about one that I had never even heard of before, and hopefully you haven't either. Before we do that, like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to click the bell so you get notified of the new videos that come out every Saturday. And I just wanted to thank you all again for the support. It's really meant a lot to me. So about 3 weeks ago, I was watching a Radical Reggie pickup video, which are great, by the way. If you don't subscribe to his channel, you definitely should. And about an hour into this huge video, he mentioned a game on the PS4 that I had never even heard of. And if you look right over here to this side, you'll see that I have close to 400 PS4 games. So that doesn't happen very often to me. Needless to say, my appetite was whetted. And I watched intently with what he showed me. And the game he showed me was called Pineview Drive. So I didn't want to get any clips from his video without getting his permission. So I'm just going to show you a screenshot from his video. But you can see here he shows the cover of the game. It looks very horror based. And, you know, he mentions that it looks like a bad PS3 game. And it shouldn't be on the PS4. And that it's a psychological horror game. And he says it might even be good for like an old school hardcore gamer. So after hearing what he said, immediately it reminded me of a couple of other games. These two. Games that were maybe unappreciated and not well known at the time and ended up becoming cult classics. So I decided to investigate further. So the first thing I did was I jumped on Amazon to look for Pineview Drive, and all I saw were like PAL releases. Just there's no US releases, and I thought maybe I'm confused. I went back to Radical Reggie's video and checked, and no, this game definitely has like an ESRB rating down in the bottom left, so it has to have been like a North American release, right? So I go on GameStop and check, and there's like no entry, nothing whatsoever at all. I go on some like trading groups that I'm a part of. I go on some Facebook groups. Nothing. No one's ever heard of it. I even went on like PlayAsia. I had some PlayAsia points. I was like, oh, they import everything from the US and then sell it around the world. They'll have it. Nothing. All they had was like this PAL release. So the last thing I do is I resorted to checking eBay. And there's a fair number of PAL games, but there's only like one copy of the ESRB game, and it's $200. $200. That's insane. So I go back through the history on eBay, and there have only been like a handful of copies of this game that have sold. And so I don't even know what to do at this point. I'm like, how do you get this game? How did he get this game? So I decided to sit on it about a week or something. Maybe I'm missing something, and someone will come back to me and message me and say, oh yeah, you can find that game at Big Lots or like this clearance place, you know, it's easy to find. But nothing. So I finally get this notification from eBay after like 10 days, and a copy's up for auction at a normal price, and it's the ESRB version. So I make a bid, and the week goes by, and the thing ends up going for like way over like $100. I couldn't believe it. That's insane. So I decided to do a little bit more investigating, and there's just not much information about this game. And the only real history I can find is this Reddit post about someone looking for it, and they mention that it's like a Canadian-only release, and that people have seen it in Walmart. But if you like go online to Canadian Walmart's website, it's not listed for sale online. It's like an in-store only sort of product. And that even, you know, when this Reddit post came out, people were looking for it and had questions about it, and there's just not much information. So I had this brilliant idea to go to eBay Canada to get a copy of the game. So if it's sold in Canada, you know, it'll be, and you can get it at Walmart. It'll be easy to find. Or I find a couple of listings for it at a reasonable price, but they don't ship outside of Canada. So there's no way for me to get it to myself down here in the United States. What's the deal with this game? Do you guys know anything about it? Is it like a Walmart only Canada release? Can you get it? Is it sold anywhere else? Because I've searched really hard for like almost 3 weeks now, and I've found nothing about the ESRB release of this other than that Reddit post and what Radical Reggie had posted on his channel. He mentions that a friend of his was able to pick it up for him. So obviously it was on his radar and he had some sort of an issue finding it as well. Now, from what I can tell, the PAL releases are exactly the same, and you can order that easily, you know, for a reasonable amount of money. And there's even a combo pack in the PAL territory that has Pineview Drive on disc with 2 other games, which I went ahead and bought because I wanted to play it. But I haven't been able to track down an ESRB or a North American copy of the game for a reasonable price. Even now, only that $200 one is the only one up on eBay that you can find. So let me know in the comments, guys. Do you know anything about this game? Is it as hard as everyone says to locate and find? Or is it something I can just go into a store and buy? You know, let me know. So it was a short video today, guys. Sorry about that. I've been making a lot of long videos recently, and I want to see how a shorter one does that kind of hits outside of the my normal style of videos, and see if it gets any traction or if you guys like it. If you like the style of video, let me know. I'm happy to do it. I like doing all kinds of different sort of videos and about gaming culture and news or whatever, and collecting and playing. October's coming up, which is horror month, so I'm going to be playing a bunch of horror games. I still pick everything randomly, but during October I only pick randomly from the horror games. So I already have one picked out for October 1st, and I'm excited to dive into it. As always, like and subscribe, and be sure to keep those comments flowing. I really enjoy those, and I like communicating with you guys. And I really appreciate all the support once again. Catch you next time.